Hey, and welcome to my journey. Today's video is a different video. I've been making a lot of those lately, it seems. This is a how I make my junk journal video. This is a video showing you how I make the bones of it, not decorating it. Well, there's a little bit of decoration, but how I just like choose what I choose, put it together, that sort of thing. Now, I hesitated making this video because my junk journals are so far from anything you've ever seen, and they are not fancy. They're if it was a food, you would call it rustic. I think in the arts, you might call it primitive. I don't know, but there are crooked lines. There are cuts that are not straight. There are, you'll see. Um, I don't feel I was asked would I consider making a video like this. And I tell you, I hesitated because while you can learn how I put it together, you would most assuredly be better at it than me. So I don't feel like I have an expertise to lend. I just do what I do, and it's not it's not straight, it's crooked, it's not measured, it's not even. There's nothing there's nothing perfect about it. It is the most non-perfect journal you could ever make, and that's every single one that I make are like that. They're all like that. So I can't give you with um, a certainty that this is the way you do it. The 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 best way to do something, or should I say the right way to do something. I can't give you the right way to do it. I give you the way I do it. I give you what works for me, and it doesn't. I'll tell you, there's things that don't bother me. The junkier the look, I think the more I like it. The stuff sticking out and all this and that. I like it. I like it. But I can show you how I do what I do. The main reason I agreed to do this to myself, I agreed to myself, okay, do it, is to show you that you can enjoy doing a junk journal without worrying about being perfect, like some of the ones you see on the internet. They make those, they mass make them, they sell them in their Etsy shops. People buy them, they write in them, they journal in them. They're perfect books. Mine is a junky, trashy journal where you just slam stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some trash journals, some junk journals in the spirit of mine, I guess you should say, and theirs are even and measured, and because they have that feeling of if it's not straight, it bothers me, and see that doesn't bother me at all. So that's why I said to myself, do it just to show you that it doesn't have to be straight and even and measured and proper just to do it and have fun. No, just slap it down there and just get her done. How you think I got so many of them done in the past 2 years? Because uh, if I wanted to learn to be precise, I'm sure I could. But precise doesn't really interest me. This kind of junk journal interests me, and that's the only kind I keep doing. Now, the very first ones I made, they were called junk journals. To me, they are not junk journals. Hold on, I've got one right here. Hold on. This is the first one I saw was how to make a junk journal. Um, this is a piece of poster board that I covered in scrapbook paper, a ribbon with a little Velcro thing, and this is supposed to be my craft folder where I write notes. Oh, there's something I kept. Okay, so this is the kind. Let me find the middle. The middle of this one, it's just like a little notebook. These are fun to make. I'll try to, if I can find the video. I don't know. I might can find the video where I learned how to make it. So here's the middle. It is just the inside. There's a little piece of Velcro on that. Where you sew it together, the little ribbon is hidden on the inside. But it's just a few pages, and you decorate them. Stickers, notepads. See, I took some notes there of different craft things, put some notebook paper in it. There's the center. There's some more notes. See, I don't ever write in it. My plan was to use this to take notes of your favorite fonts and your favorite um, techniques and things like that. And I just quit. That's why I don't journal, because I just don't write. But it's this kind of um, pages that you decorate. What is that? Oh, that's my little user books. And then it's just a little notebook. I have probably 5 or so of these. I know I did one for Halloween that I kept like my menu in there, and I wrote my Halloween party notes and stuff like that. So these are fun to make. They're a lot of fun to make. Instead of buying notebooks at the store, you can make your own little notebook and decorate it and journal in it, plan in it, put your calendar in it. You can make one every month if you wanted to. And I'm looking down there like that's where the camera is. The camera's up here. You know why? Because I'm filming on my laptop, and when I look into my phone over there, or yeah, over there is where the camera is on my phone. So I'm I'm talking to that. But this was what I originally made and was called a junk journal. That's not junky to me. A junk journal has junk in it. This is not junk. This is stickers and notepads, and which that can be junk too. But what I'm saying is this is what I call a junk. This is the one we're going to work on today. I'll get that out of the. Um, this is, let's see, this is my second cereal box. I want to use those before I start covering anymore. I have 2 more cereal boxes after this, but this is a junk journal. This is what we're going to make in this video. So if you want to know how to make this, and look, I even sewed it in. I'll show you that in all of its inaccuracies. There I go, looking down there again. Listen, I make a junk journal about like I make a video, just all over the freaking place. So anyway, if you think you are interested in doing a junk journal, this is the video for you, because it proves to you it don't have to be a work of art. I consider that a work of art, but not the kind that other people do. So make it your own. Make it your own style, your own imperfections. So I think I have not edited this yet, but I think it's going to be a long video. So get you a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and settle in. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I like to do is pick my cover. 9 out of 10, I'm going to say, of my junk journals are made from cereal boxes. I have those aplenty because David eats cereal. Well, I got these back in Halloween, the 4-pack from Sam's. So I saved these boxes, and I'm not covering them because I like the look of them. So if you want to do one where you cover it in fabric, you can YouTube how to cover your junk journal cover with fabric. What I do is I just cut my paper open, cut a bigger piece of fabric than my cardboard, Mod Podge my cardboard, and glue my fabric down. And on the inside, well, let's take this apart. So this is going to be my journal. This inner part right here. So I'm going to cut off all the edges. I'm not going to make you watch me do that on camera. But what I would do after I have it cut, I would make a bigger piece of fabric, Mod Podge it on. Mod Podge this part, flip the fabric over, smush it down. Then I would take a piece of scrapbook paper or cardstock, or you could even use fabric if you wanted to, and cover the inside so it would cover over all the excess that was flipped over. So let me cut these off. Okay, so here is our cover. Now, you don't have to use cereal boxes. You can use a macaroni box if you want to, depending on what size generally you want to make. I like to make bigger ones because I use big pieces out of magazines and I need more room to glue them down. But you can make any size, use any kind of box. You can use, and I've used it before, poster board from the Dollar Tree. There's all kind of creative ways you can use books. I've used book covers, and just you Google these things and you can get all kind of ideas, way more than I can give you because I'm an amateur. I am so amateur. Now what I'm going to do is cover the insides here with let me get my book, with some scrapbook paper, and I have already picked out these two blue ones just because the outside is blue and I just thought it would be pretty if the inside was blue. So what I'm going to do, I keep my catalogs that come, so when I'm doing glue it'll get on the catalog and not the table, because you need to have a lot around the edges. Use this one. Okay. See all that would have got on the mat. Now we can just turn the page and do the next one. Now I'm just going to turn it over and cut off the excess. Hold on. We'll wipe that off a little bit before we get our scissors on it. Okay. Now, I can, I have some, it's not duct tape, but it kind of is, and it's white, and in the past I've used it to bind the inside and to like cover that gap, but that gap does not bother me. Sometimes I don't even put paper on the middle. My journals are so far from any kind of perfect. It's not even funny. So I just cut it straight. Now I have a paper cutter. I guess I can use it. This is one handy tool to have. So my mark is there. Let's see if I measured it right. Nope. Or is it this piece? I guess that piece. And we'll save this and this. We'll put it in our little basket of scraps that we may use at some other point. See, see how off it is? That's why I really didn't want to show y'all how to do this, because I'm so far from perfect. There's, my journals they're just the opposite of perfect. They're the most imperfect things you can see and do, but I love them. If nothing else, it shows you that you don't have to be perfect to enjoy life. And then you got a little glue to that. Okay. Now we have our cover done. There. And you can add a strip of tape right there to cover that up to make it look more professional. Like I said, I don't bother. Now what we want to do is make a template where we're going to sew in our signatures. Now I just want to go ahead and make my template where I'm going to sew in my signatures, and we'll have that done. We'll set this aside, and then we'll start working on those signatures. So I'm just going to take a plain piece of paper and get it right at the top, and even it on the side. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to mark that little line, because I'm going to cut it off. Oh, I shouldn't have cut backwards. I always know my thing didn't cut good backwards. Now, I'm going to take it and line it up and mark my I can't see. Now, hopefully, this will be okay. So, now we got the size of the spine. I'm going to sew in 3 spots. So, I know I can get that even. Probably the only even thing in the book. Fold it, I'm sorry, I'm not on camera. Fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And when you unfold it, that gives you your 1, 2, 3 spots that you're going to sew it in. Now this part, I just eyeball. You can measure it, but I cannot read all the little tenths and eighths and sixteenths or whatever they are on the ruler. enough to measure it and get it perfect. So I just eyeball it. It don't bother me. I'm gonna do 4 signatures. Okay, let me tell you, if you're doing 3, you can easily do it even. You would fold each side into the middle, and then where that fold is and that fold is, you're even 3 across. We're doing 4, and like I said, I can't read a ruler. So I'm going to make my mark on the crease, and I'm not reading the ruler, I'm just using the ruler for to mark. I'm going to try to do 4 even spaces across. So I think that looks even enough for me. Make sure those are right in the crease. Now I will just take my ruler, line it up even with the top so I know it's straight. I can get a straight and I'm going to see where that one is. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put it right in the crease. Same down here, right in the crease. I'm just going to do the same thing for all 4 of them. Okay, now we have them marked. We're going to set this aside.